Hey everybody, it's your girl Nell and welcome to Simply Nell's Tiny Studio Learn to Crochet Shorts. Today we're going to learn how to make a single crochet. We're going to make 2 rows of single crochet stitches. Single crochet is one of the very fundamental crochet skills that you should learn. Follow Simply Nails Tiny Studio or subscribe to Simply Nails Tiny Studio. We have Learn to Crochet classes every Saturday afternoon at 3 p.m. All right, so let's get started. What are you going to need for this task today is first you're going to need some yarn. Then you're going to need something to put your yarn in. You're going to need a crochet hook. And then you're going to need a stitch marker. That's very important because we need to make sure we know where our stitches begin. All right? Now, let's start off by making a chain. Push this around there. We're going to start off by making a slip knot. All right. Now, we're going to insert our hook through the slip knot. And now we're going to chain. Today, we're going to chain 10. Let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so on my chain now, I have 10 crochet stitches. Of course, we know crochet stitches look like V's. So front facing, we see V's. Let's count the V's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We now have 10 crochet stitches on our chain. This is our foundation chain. This is what we're going to, this is how we're going to start our work. All right? Now, let's begin to single crochet. We're going to start not in stitch number 10, we're going to start in stitch number 9. Now, if you turn your work around or your chain around, you'll see front facing, the V looks this way. Turn it around and you'll see that the V looks different, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to go in between. We're going to go in between the stitch. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our hook and we're going to insert our hook through the middle of the stitch to where we're right up under the V. You see that? We're right up under the V. All right? So let us begin. Let's go into that stitch number 9. Go through the stitch. Grab our yarn. Pull through. Now we have 2 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through both loops. Now we're going to mark our stitch with our stitch marker. So then when we come back around, we'll know exactly where we started, okay? Now let's continue. We're going to go under the V. Grab our yarn, yarn over, pull through. Under the V, grab our yarn, yarn over, pull through. Under the V, grab our yarn, yarn over, pull through. Grab our V, go in the middle of under our V, grab our yarn, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through. Let's do it again. Under the V, grab our yarn, yarn over, pull through. Okay, now as we get closer to the end, we want to make sure we get every stitch, right? Every V. We don't want to forget that. Okay, here we go. Under the V, grab our yarn. Oops, do that again. Under the V, grab our yarn, yarn over, pull through, and we have one more left. One more V left. There it is. Let's get it. Pull through. Now we have began our first row of crochet. Okay, with single crochet, or SC, as you will find in a crochet pattern. Now let's get back to where we started. How are we going to do that? Well, we're going to chain 2, 1, 2. Now we're going to turn our work around. Okay, what happens next, Nell? Well, what we're going to do this time is we are going to begin to crochet. We're going to go into the first stitch which was the last stitch from the previous side. We're going to go into this stitch. So it should be very easy to see and crochet this second row. The first row is always a little difficult, but the second row becomes easier. So let's go into that stitch, grab our yarn, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through. Let's do it again. Okay, here we go. Oh. Okay, 2 loops on the hook, pull through both, go in between or up under the V, grab our yarn. We have 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through. Now we're getting to the end. We're coming back up on our stitch marker, and there's our stitch marker from the very first stitch that we made, single crochet we made from the previous row or the first row. Let's remove our stitch marker, and let's go ahead and get that very last V. You see it? Let's get it. Okay. And now we have completed 2 rows of single crochet. Look at that. Now you are crocheting. You can continue this by frogging if you like, and then you can make chain 20 or chain 40, and you can do the same thing, and you will end up with a really nice dishcloth. All right, then I will talk to you later. You can hang out with me in the Tiny Studio in our Learn to Crochet series every Saturday at 3. Bye-bye.